This is Lane and Associates Friday Night Rivals, presented by NC Assist Loan.
Friday Night Rivals moves to Durham County for a Bull City showdown as Northern Durham takes on Riverside. A pleasant good evening to you. Welcome inside Lenny Wren Stadium. My broadcast partner here tonight is Chris Hughes. I'm Chris Hooks. And Chris, Northern Durham comes into this ball game allowing just one touchdown in 2 games. Riverside averages 44 points per ball game. What are your expectations here tonight?
Well, opposing forces will collide. You've got the high-powered offense of Riverside taking on the very stingy defense of Northern Durham. So I think it's just going to be an electric game on the field. It's just going to be an incredible atmosphere tonight for football.
Let's take a look at the players to watch, starting with Riverside running back Devin Smith. How is he special?
He's the fastest guy on the field. He's a very versatile athlete. You can put him at running back. You can put him in the slot. Coach Lee is going to be able to move him around and use him as leverage against that very strong defensive front of Northern Durham.
Taking a look for Northern Durham's player to watch, Anthony Trey Freeman. Coach Hammett talks about him being not only a great linebacker, but a great running back, his best player that he's seen in quite a long time. What makes him so good?
Well, Coach Hammett told me that he's got a strict policy of not allowing any player to go both ways, except for Trey Freeman, and he's just such a great athlete. He's long, he's rangy, he's got a lot of size, he's physical, and he can fill the gaps, and he can also run the ball really good. He's going to put on a show.
We'll see if that is certainly the case here in this one. Let's go through the keys to tonight's matchup.
For Riverside, they can't get caught up in the misdirection of the Northern Durham offense, and they're going to have to try to stop the running game in Northern Durham and force them to be a one-dimensional team. And then also for Northern Durham, they just got to keep this a low-scoring game and just stop the run also of Riverside, again, to keep them all one-dimensional and give them a fighting chance in this game.
Let's go to the third member of our team, to the sidelines, to Aaron Summers.
Thanks, Chris. In 1991, when Riverside opened, the Pirates pulled from Northern Durham's district. That means a lot of the Riverside's players' parents actually graduated from Northern. Both coaches said they didn't have to spend any time this week hyping their players up for this game. Everyone knows each other, and every team wants to win Durham. These two schools are separated by less than 5 miles. There is a lot on the line tonight. This is what true rivalry games are all about. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss a minute of this one. The kickoff between Northern Durham at Riverside is coming up next.
Not all tech is created equal. 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. Get 0% financing for 36 months, plus qualified customers can get $750 Conquest cash on the 2019 Altima.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
At Riddle and Brantley, we commit our resources to fighting for riders and their families. Call us today for a free consultation. Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
Today was the day that I put everything in perspective. I fell asleep when I woke
Hi,
up.
do you want to share my sandwich?
Good feeds our connections. Good feeds us all. Hormel Natural Choice Lunch Meats.
Your trees deserve A-plus quality care 100% of the time. At A-plus Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A-plus has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplustrees.com to get A-plus results.
Welcome back to Lenny Wren Stadium here in the Bull City as we're just about set for kickoff here on Friday Night Rivals. Lane & Associates Friday Night Rivals, presented by NC Assist Loan. As we take a look, it's now time for the United States Marine Corps coin toss. And thank you to the United States Marine Corps for today's coin toss. The few, the proud, the Marines. Contact your local recruiter here today. It looks like Northern Durham won the toss and has deferred their option to the second half. As again, you see the Pirates and the Knights getting ready to get this one underway. You can see for Northern Durham getting set to kick off, A.J. Bass, one of the returners, along with the very dangerous Devin Smith, as Riverside trying to end a 5-game losing streak against those hated rivals from 5 miles down the road that Aaron mentioned in the open. So it's Northern and Riverside moments away from the Lane & Associates kickoff. We love to make you smile, and that'll go all the way into the end zone, caught by Bass. Bass is at the 20. He's going to be corralled at about the 26, 27-yard line. A.J. Bass will return that one, and we are underway as the very volatile offense for Riverside will take the field, led by quarterback Landon Sledge. Chris, his numbers are astounding through the first 3 games. 969 yards through the air, 13 touchdowns, no picks.
The no picks is what stands out to me, Chris. I think he is ready for a big night.
That's the first play from scrimmage from the spread offense of Riverside. A handoff up the middle to Dante McCall. Enters this contest 288 yards. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. The NC Assist Loan starting lineups for Riverside. And again, lots of weapons up and down that offensive side of the ball for the Pirates. Led by Dante McCall, Landon Sledge, putting up great numbers this year. Again, draw a handoff to take a look. The running back McCall getting the call once again. Here's the starting defensive lineup for Northern. Again, you see Trey Freeman. We talked about him in the open. He's going to be a big key in this one.
Yeah, and you got some stars all up and down this lineup. Big physical group for Coach John Hammond.
Their defensive front, Justin Rhodes and Jaden Taylor. Long-time players here is Sledge. First throw, flag thrown as the pass is incomplete. And we'll see what the call is. Pass interference called on Northern Durham. Very physical defense.
And you'll see it right here. Good look there with the pass, but if we take a look right there, and you see the left hand right there over the number 4 of the jersey. You can't do that in high school football. You can put your hand there, but as soon as you start to grab that cloth, they're going to throw the flag every time. That's a really good call.
That penalty makes it a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. Just underway here in Durham. Here's a sweep to the near side as McCall pulls his way forward to the Northern Durham territory. Oh, you mark him at the 46-yard line, starting the run to establish this ball game.
Well, you know, and I like the call by Coach Lee because he had some trouble running up the middle of that Northern defense to begin with, but you know, he took it on the outside and saw an edge and moved them chains.
Started this contest off running. See the spread offense that head coach Corey Lee in his 4th season implements. See 2 receivers out and an H-back on the right side. Again, another draw handoff, and they are busting through Northern Durham to start this one off inside the 40. They'll mark him at around the 38-yard line. Again, Dante McCall getting the heavy load here early.
And McCall is such a big player, and you can see it right there. Just got a lot of size to him, and I can imagine, being a high school player, that's a big physical being coming at you with a lot of speed. He's averaging 6.9 yards per carry, and it seems like Coach Lee, and he does the play calling for his Riverside Pirates, kind of getting the flow of how he feels that Northern defense is reacting.
Call had 143 yards last week and 2 touchdowns against Person. They'll run another draw up the middle, and he has met and thrown down a loss of maybe a yard. That'll be Jaden Taylor, the 6'1 senior, who had an interception, one of the 5 interceptions that the Northern defense recorded last week against Jordan in their 10-0 shutout win.
And Taylor had 4.5 tackles, 4 loss coming into this game. And, in some messaging and some text messages and phone calls with Coach Lee, he was really concerned with Taylor's presence up there in the middle of the defensive front.
Again, 3rd and short, a loss of 2 on the play. Quentin Freeman in motion to the far side. A slant route tipped up in the air, nearly picked off. It'll be 4th down for the Riverside offense.
Not a bad play call right there, though. I like going with the slant pass. It's typically a high percentage throw. We'll look at it from the angle right there. He steps up in the pocket. Great defensive presence there, right there by the Northern linemen. They'll like to see them get the hands up and try to swat the ball down. But overall, that is very strong defensive coverage for the Knights.
That pass intended for Troy Jones. They'll have 4th and 4. Troy, senior at 6'5", 180. So they'll have a shotgun snap. Slipping is Sledge. And folks, I'm not so sure he got the first down as he tried to run for it.
I'm not sure if he did, and also I'm not sure if he was down. You notice when he come out of the snap, he had a little bit of a slide right there. It almost looked like his knee could have been down, but and we'll take a look at it right here. See Sledge come out of the, what an athletic move not to go down. Very, very good move from there. And we just talked about Taylor 2 plays ago on defense, making a crucial stop right there to set up, or to bring the chains out for a measurement.
And the line to gain was the 44, or rather the 36-yard line. We'll bring out the chains here. And this is showing that Northern defense and how good they are at the point of attack. And they barely get the first down.
That's a good call, though. On the northern side of the 50-yard line, a 4th and medium range, I think you go for that every time in high school football, especially with an offense as big as what Riverside's got.
That's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates as we're just underway here in Durham. They'll have it at the 36-yard line. And they'll come out with 2 receivers out of the far side. That's to Devin Smith. And Smith gets to the outside. See where they mark him out of bounds. I think they said he went out about the 32-yard line, gain of 4.
And you see right away why Coach John Hammett was concerned with the speed of Devin Smith. He cut that corner, and you could just see he had an extra little gear to be able to get out there to get that extra 2 or 3 yards to keep that from being a loss.
Gain of 4 on the play. And Devin Smith, the leading receiver on this team in regard of yards. They'll run the option near side. Breaking tackles. They'll bring him down at about the 26-yard line, short of the first down.
Wow, but I love the courage that the quarterback right here showed in just reading the defensive end, bringing it in as far as he could before he tossed the ball off. That's how the quarterback is supposed to run the option in high school football. Kind of reminded me some of the old school Nebraska football and how he just waited that last second. Kind of reminded me of Tommy Frazier right there.
So Devin Smith will line up in the backfield here on this 3rd down and short. Have trips to the right side. There's the handoff. Sweep to the outside. Smith trying to get around. Freeman does so. He is stopped short.
Incredible defense right there by the Knights. Laterally, they showed some extreme lateral quickness to extend the run, and we'll see it right there. Look at the defensive line right there getting off the blocks. And wow, just nowhere to go for Devin Smith. If they give him the first, it's going to be a very generous spot. We'll see how it comes out.
Jaden Taylor got in on the stop. He's the one that applied the hit, but Freeman slowed him up enough. So it will be, says the down marker is third. As looks like somebody jumped or moved. We'll see what the call is. They're calling encroachment on the defense. It's an automatic first down, so that's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless.
And Chris, that's the second defensive penalty by Northern that has extended the chains for Riverside. That's a huge key that we need to look at for later on in the game.
So Devin Smith, you can see him now lined up at the slot position on 1st and 10. Sledge going down the right side, just out of the reach of Quentin Freeman. Freeman coming into the ball game, 13 catches on the year, 4 touchdowns, including 133 yards earlier this year with 3 touchdowns against Cardinal Gibbons.
Look at that great camera work right there. Anthony Daly, the corner, made a good recovery. If you see his head right there, he has no idea that the receiver, Quentin Freeman, second, is right there behind him. Good recovery by the corner.
So 2nd and 10. Smith now split out to the bottom of your screen. Here's McCall getting the pitch. McCall. And he will get enough to gain. He will be inside the Wake County 86 at green zone. He'll keep Wake County litter-free and 86 your trash today.
And you know, Chris, one thing I'm noticing looking at Justin Rhodes and some of the Northern defenders right there, Chester Burton, got their hands on their knees a little bit. This is starting to become a long drive.
3rd down. Bob to the corner of the end zone. He'll make, no, he did not. They said he was out of bounds. He made the catch, but they said he was out of bounds. And so it'll be 4th down.
The fans don't like it, but look at this great camera angle. We want to be able to see for ourselves. Of course, there's no replay. Ooh. I can understand now why I think the fans are upset. Let's look at it. All you got to have is 1 foot. There's one. Wow. Yeah, you know, we've got the luxury of slowing it down with the replay. The officials on the field don't see it in quite that slow speed, but I kind of understand why the fans are a little rowdy after that call.
So 4th down, 4 wide now for Riverside. Sledge out of the reach of McCall, and Northern Durham averts danger on the first drive. As first drive of the night goes for naught for Riverside. We'll have more first quarter action. Friday Night Rivals right after this.
Some see an obstacle. But when you have best-in-class all-weather capability, it's just another opportunity. Jeep Cherokee. Hurry in to Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal.
Financing at 19% below MSRP on select 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude models in dealer stock the longest.
I decided in middle school that I wanted to be a forensic scientist,
an engineer,
a teacher, and probably a coach.
I think I want to start my own business.
This is what I want to do every day for as long as I can.
I just want to try new things.
I want to win, always.
I work best under pressure.
I just want to be on stage.
I haven't decided what yet, but I want to be great at it.
First quarter action continues here from Lenny Wren Stadium in Durham. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers, our sideline reporter here tonight. 5:24 to go. Now the Northern Durham offense will get their opportunity. See the spread wing tee. First a handoff to Jalen Chestnut. Chestnut is out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So take a look at the starting lineups tonight for Northern Durham. Trey Freeman plays both sides of the ball. Kyle Barnhill under center for Bramett Scott.
And you kind of seen, I noticed on the snap, coming out from the opening snap, the spin that he goes through, which makes this a little bit more of a spin-looking spread wing tee than what your typical. Interesting, and you know, Coach Lee made the comment to me that, you know, it's still power football, that what Northern Durham does with a little bit of eye candy. So they got to find a way to, you know, the defensive lineman for Northern's got to find a way to read the guards to find out where the ball's going. I think they queued about 30 seconds off the clock, a little bit more.
And I think the clock was supposed to have stopped. I'm not. Can hear some of the fans in front of us saying this clock was supposed to be stopped.
That fits well into the keys for Northern. They want this game to move and, you know, keep that clock running. That's something that Coach Hammett's going to want to do, see that clock running. There you see Coach John Hammett in his third season now in Northern Durham. He's got a 21-5 record, Chris, and he's been at some big-time schools too. He's done a great job here at Northern in these first 3 years.
Northern has a state championship in their history, 1993.
Big-time program. One of the, you know, maybe not in the most recent history, but in terms of just the overall 4A football landscape in North Carolina, one of the premier teams. I mean, you look at what Coach Kenny Browning and Gary Merrill and some of those guys did over a prolonged amount of time. I mean, they were the 4A team.
They were trying to fix the clock. I think some time had elapsed, so they added 13 more seconds on to the game clock. Northern in the white, Riverside in the black and purple here tonight as Freeman now the back of the backfield. Here's Barnhill, and he is sacked from behind as Josh Alston. It's his third sack of the year, and he went untouched to the quarterback.
And this is one of the few plays where you don't see Northern in that spin-looking wing tee. This is a straight drop-back pass, and there's Josh Alston, the senior, already had 11 tackles coming into this game, and you could see that he's hyped up for this big city rivalry. No question about that, Chris.
So it'll be third and long for Northern. It's a team that offensively, as far as numbers, has not piled up a lot of those at this point of the year.
And this is not an ideal situation for Coach Hammett's team to be in a third and long yardage. They're a short yardage, run downhill kind of offense, so it's going to be a tough down for them.
He calls a timeout. Coach Hammett calling the timeout with 4:04 to go. We'll take a timeout with him as well. 4:04 left. We're scoreless here in Durham.
I was heading back home on my Harley Davidson, and a car was in the left-hand lane to turn. It turned in front of me, and at that point, I didn't even have a chance to hit the brakes. As a veteran, you know, I've been through a lot of training, but there was nothing that could prepare me for what happened that day. I was told I'd never walk again, but I did. The team at Riddle and Brantley helped me with this recovery. You never leave a person behind. Riddle and Brantley has never left me behind.
Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
Not all tech is created equal. 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. Get 0% financing for 36 months, plus qualified customers can get $750 Conquest cash on the 2019 Altima.
Scoreless at Riverside as the Knights are opening with their first offensive drive led by quarterback Kyle Barnhill. Barnhill only made 3 starts on the JV team last year after a freak accident before the season started. He actually stepped on a sprinkler head in practice before the season started, broke his foot, so he's still learning the game a little bit, getting some more experience. Coach Hammett said the junior's done really well. He just needs more time under center. Currently, the Knights are running about 75% of the time when they have the ball. As the coaching staff gets more comfortable with Barnhill's arm, the Knights will add in some more pass plays. Chris?
A third down pass from Barnhill, incomplete. As they'll bring out the punting unit. Elijah Whitted will be the punter. Looks like Devin Smith will return the punt for Riverside. Riverside should come away with plus field position here. It's Whitted. Went off the side of his foot, out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, and that's where Riverside will start their next offensive possession.
Very smart move, Chris, with the punt to go to the directional punt to the sideline to prevent that big return. That's one of the things that Riverside has done so good here in these opening 3 games is the punt return. Special teams numbers have been phenomenal. So again, kind of have to go back to the keys of the game, though. You want to keep this a low-scoring game. This defense is already tired. We'll see how they react.
Trips to the right side for Riverside. Second offensive possession. Handoff up the middle to Dante McCall. McCall swallowed up by a number of Knight defenders. Guess who? Jaden Taylor. Out 4 yards on the play is McCall. And getting a steady dose early to the Knights.
And we mentioned earlier, McCall's been the workhorse for Coach Lee's offense there. 42 carries so far in the game, or in the season. His most against Cardinal Gibbons, he had 24 carries. But he is able to carry the mail.
Second down and 6. Our team's not really at a fast pace in regards to running their offense. And here's a backwards pass that goes out of bounds from Sledge to Devin Smith, and that should be a loss there.
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say that's a loss. You see the official, I can see him on this side making sure that the field, the yardage is checked off, and that is that's a bad byproduct. And we'll see the thing right here of these RPO style passes, and that's definitely a fumble. I know it looks like a pass, but it's going to go down as a fumble in the official stats.
That'll be a loss. That'll put it all the way back at 3rd and 17. That's a loss of 11 on the play. The other team has really done a great job converting 3rd downs. Back to throw. He had time to throw. Sledge, rather. Looking for Isaiah Jones. Misses him, incomplete, and it's 4th down.
And Coach Hammond, when that defense comes off this field, Coach Hammond needs to give them all a high five, and I can see them all right there. They stood strong on that drive, with giving up the bad or the good field position for Riverside, and for them to essentially bail out the offense and give them a chance to flip the field a little bit. That's a huge plus for this Northern Durham Knight defense.
There's a bobbled snap, blocked. It is blocked in Northern Durham. The special teams comes up big as Jarrett Austin bobbled the snap. He'd only had 1 punt this year. And Arthur Williams, or rather Jalen Evans, blocked the punt.
Yeah, you can see right there the punter just bobbled the snap, took an extra step. But this is an unfortunate byproduct of having an offense that is so good. They've not had to punt a lot this year, and that's a good thing for Riverside, but that's special teams miscues really drive a coach crazy.
Northern Durham will have fantastic starting position after the block punt. Trey Freeman wrapped up immediately. We'll take a gander at the Riverside defense. think they're kind of an underrated portion of Riverside, the glitz and glamour of their offense putting up so many points, but they've done a lot of good work on that side of the ball.
They have, and they just see him right there, number 52. That's Derek Brown. Just incredible. I mean, he body slammed the Northern run. I mean, that was an incredible defensive play right there. And, you know, maybe not known for their defense because the offense has shined so much. A lot of times defense wins games and championships.
Hand off to Jalen Chestnut. And he is brought down for a loss. And Northern Durham having all sorts of problems on this series as well, as they'll have a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and that's Brandon Smiley right there. And he is only a junior. Had 15 tackles coming into this game. He was one of the guys that Coach Hammett told me prior to the game and a little bit throughout the week that had just been dynamite looking on film, that he knew that they would have to account for with an offensive scheme, and he is showing it tonight.
And Smiley entering the game for Riverside with 2 sacks on the year. There's Barnhill left-handed down the left side, caught to the 10, 5, diving for the end zone. Caleb Steele into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, what a throw by Barnhill. Wow.
That's a Lane and Associates Family Dentistry touchdown as Northern dialing up for 6.
Barnhill down there to give him the love. Let's look at it again. He's just looking downfield. It's a one-read throw, little bit of a wobbly throw, and wow, you've got to give a lot of credit to Caleb Steele on the score.
Looks like that score will come off the scoreboard as there is a flag on the play.
Oh, no. You can't do that. It happen every time. Of course, you know, holding can probably be called on every play in high school football, but unfortunately for Northern, they called it right there. See, Coach Hammett there is not happy with his offensive line on that play. Let's see if we can spot the hold. Absolutely right there. You see your left tackle. That was Greg Webb.
I'm going to guess that's 3rd and about 40. He's going to lob it deep, and it'll be 4th down.
Same play, a little bit of a different result that time.
So a holding penalty takes a touchdown off the board, and Coach Hammett.
You know, you get upset at your kids. I understand that, and you know, I've been there. I've played, and you make mistakes. You're high schoolers, but you know, it looks like he's mad at him. But then, you know, you just want him to understand what happened, play within the game, and just make him ready for the next series.
Whitted back to punt. Devin Smith, fair catch. It'll be Riverside possession with 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. As Sledge and company come back out.
That was a great punt catch right there by Devin Smith. Very, very well kicked ball high up there, and that was a very athletic move, almost a center fielder having to dive for that catch. And, you know, that could have been a big turnover had he misfielded that up. Plays like that don't necessarily go in the box score of the stat book, but it's huge plays going to try to win a game.
Here's Sledge throwing on 1st down. Wide open, bobbled, caught. What a great catch by Troy Jones, the 6'5" senior. That's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield 1st down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. It's Troy Jones with his 7th catch of the year.
What I like more than that, though, Chris, is the poise that we're starting to see from Landon Sledge. He is growing up by the game.
Whistle blows. That is the end of the first quarter here in Durham, and we are scoreless. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
Hi, I'm Meredith Vieira, and I'm here to tell you about my new game show. It's a really funny word game with lots of celebrities. What?
Sorry, Meredith. You have to do it in 25 words or less.
And the grand prize each day... Really? Are you kidding me?
Those are the rules.
This is ridiculous. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the fall.
25 words or less with your host, Meredith Vieira.
Premiering September 16th at 11 on MyRDC.
Your trees deserve A-plus quality care 100% of the time. At A-plus Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A-plus has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplustrees.com to get A-plus results.
When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be.
There's no partner I'd rather have for Cindy Crawford Home than Rooms to Go. We work with our designers to create stylish pieces, gorgeous room packages, and great looks for every room in your home. We believe you don't have to spend a lot of money to have great style. You just have to know where to shop. Come see what's new from my collection, exclusively at a Rooms to Go showroom near you.
Seating for 8 and enough USB ports to keep everyone plugged in. Lease a new 2019 Toyota Highlander LE for $229 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Second quarter action here on Lane & Associates Family Dentistry Friday Night Rivals, presented by NC Assist Loan, Northern Durham, Riverside. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, and Aaron Summers, your crew here tonight. First play to start the second quarter. Draw up the middle for the Pirates. That'll be Devin Smith getting another carry for Corey Lee's squad. About 5 yards on that play.
And again, it's that Northern defense. And it looks like our clock is not moving once again. Now, there we go. Looks like we might have had a free play. But talk about that Northern defense. Again, everything Coach Corey Lee told me during the week has come true. And what he has said about some of those guys, Justin Rhodes, Jalen Evans, you know, you see them all right there. Great camera work on number 65. That's Jaden Lee. Jaden Taylor. Great to talk about some of these guys because those linemen don't always get the notoriety or the publicity that maybe they should. Defensive end number 10, Andrew Smith. But these guys have really, you know, they're kind of that bring your lunchbox to work, go to work every day, blue-collar guys, but they're really getting it done for the Knights.
Well, that left side of the defensive line has a combined 200-plus tackles in their career. There's a deep throw down the middle to Smith. Caught at the 10, or rather the 20, and he rolls down to the 10. First down, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. First down. Be confident, be bold, live fearless.
And we're going to see it right here, and you're going to see exactly why we had Devin Smith as one of the players of the game. You just see him, he gets put into the slot. It causes the Northern defense to have to move and talk about threading the hole. Landon Sledge and the junior quarterback right through the middle.
They're inside the Wake 86 at green zone, and out of that, it's a touchdown. As Lane & Associates Family Dentistry touchdown finally gets Riverside on the board. Troy Jones, his second of the year.
I think Riverside has found their groove, and again, it all starts right there with the poise that we're seeing from this junior quarterback. And look at it right there. The ball is right where it needed to be, right on the mark, away from where the defender could even try to make a play on it. Again, that's Landon Sledge doing what he does well.
14th touchdown pass of the season by Landon Sledge. No interceptions. Here's the extra point. As Caleb Bowers hits his 18th extra point of the year.
Riverside High School 6.
No, he missed it.
Went a little bit to the right.
Yeah,
Chris.
he missed it. I saw
It was close.
Confused me for a second because he was high-fiving his teammates.
It was close. I'm going to tell you what, it was close, but it did look like it could have been right, and the officials were right there on the call. But again, talk about that offense. The junior quarterback, Landon Sledge, and here's the replay. You can see it to the right. Ooh, just barely.
My apologies to the viewers.
It's kind of like my golf shot, just a little bit to the right.
Northern Durham will get set to return the kick as Troy Jones with the touchdown catch, his second of the year. His one catch against Person last week was for a touchdown, 42 yards. There's the Lane and Associates Family Dentistry kickoff. We love to make you smile. As Northern Durham will have Nasir Spencer and Javion Hurt to return the kick. They trail 6-0 following the missed extra point. Associates Family Dentistry kickoff. It's off the hand of Hurt. Hurt retrieves it back near side of the 5. Trying to get out of traffic, and he does so. The 20, 25, 30, to the 40. Midfield, one man to beat. He's pushed out of bounds. Inside Riverside territory as there is a flag on the play.
But there's a flag down on the field.
We'll wait to see what this call is, but sometimes when you bobble it, the defense slows up.
Illegal block in the back.
So they're going to call it a block in the back. Or in the old days, we call it a clip. But still, you know, it's going to come back one way or the other. But what a return by Javion Hart. The senior got a chance to shine, and boy, he looked good.
And prior to tonight, he had only had one kickoff return. As we take a look at the Saltwater Seafood scoring drive. That's for Riverside. 4 plays, 70 yards, 1 minute and 13 seconds.
A lot of quick strikes right there to Devin Smith. And again, you got to talk about the poise right there of Sledge at quarterback. It's a very, very good-looking junior. Nothing but compliments I've heard from him.
So that penalty, the block in the back on Northern, pushes them back to the 16-yard line where they'll start their drive. As Freeman will stand beside Kyle Barnhill. So we're just underway here in the second quarter, 6-0 lead. There's a bobbled snap. Freeman breaks the tackle, spins out, 20, 30, all the way to the 40. Look at him go out of bounds, and he's still in. It looked like he stepped out earlier, but he stayed in, tight roping the sideline. We'll see where they mark him down.
I think the defender gave him a little bit of a push. We'll look at it again right here. Again, Trey Freeman, and he is one of our stars of this game. We talked about him in the open, and there he is. He is such a big human being, and you see him running. We'll see if he goes out of bounds, and I don't think so, Chris. I think that he was pushed, and he kept on going.
Well, they marked him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Biggest play of the night, as that's a NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Your smile is our passion. There's the jet sweep near side. Hart cutting up. And he gets to the 30-yard line where he's dropped immediately. Looked like Josh Austin was the man who brought him down. The 6'1 senior came in tonight with 11 tackles.
There you see Hart right there. I think he did such a good job on that kickoff, despite the fact that it came back. Coach Hammett's like, hey, he's hot. We got to give him the ball, and he looked good again on that jet sweep.
So second down and 7 for the Knights as they try to even the score here, trailing 6-0. They're looking for their 6th straight win of the series. The handoff. He is stopped after a minimal gain. The handoff goes to Bryant Jones, the sophomore. Bring up a 3rd and short. He had 7 carries for 10 yards last week against Jordan.
And Brandon Smiley made that tackle. But I was able to see
on the snap, kind of what Coach Corey Lee was telling me about throughout the course of the week, that you know, Northern's going to give you a lot of eye candy. All the movement, all the flow, everything went one way while the ball went another way up the middle. But that's what these Knights are going to do all night. It's a whole lot of trickery, a little bit of misdirection, but it works for them.
So 3rd down and 4, tighter formation. There's another jet sweep as he is stopped as Nasir Spencer not able to get around the corner. Minimal gain there, 4th down.
That defense was right there waiting on them. Done a tremendous job. And right there you see Cameron Epps. He is the starting left tackle for the Pirates, but he's also one of those few players that are going both ways getting it done. Here on 4th down, though, on the Riverside side of the field, Northern has no choice but to try to go for it. I don't think that Coach Hammett's going to want to try to kick a field goal at this range, just a little bit out of the range of their kicker. So let's see what he's got cranked up in the playbook on 4th down.
4th down and 6. There's Barnhill, flag thrown, pass complete, and that'll be enough for a 1st down, but we'll wait to see what the flag is.
Pass is complete, but I believe they're going to put a motion penalty. We'll see. I felt like the tailback was in motion, but maybe not. We'll see. Looks like the preliminary words from the officials on the sideline looks like it might go against Riverside.
Now they're going to measure.
Well, okay, here's the reason why they're going to measure this, to see if it was in fact a 1st down or not, because this is telling me the penalty is against Northern. If it's against Northern and it's not a 1st down, all Riverside has to do is decline it, and it's a turnover. Now I'm pretty sure, I think we're going to see a penalty right here, and it's going to be Riverside ball. Yep, legal shift. That's what I thought. The running back came out of his slot stance just a second before. We'll look at it again right here. Look at him right there, number 12. Freeman just a little bit of a step, but that's a penalty. Cannot do that. Officials right there on the spot. That's the perfect officiating. Great call by this crew.
How could he have been successful there? Don't you have to come to a complete stop?
Yeah, you can't move while the ball is snapping. So, I mean, that's essentially a false start.
For the folks at home.
Legal motion, false start. You can't do that. But that, I guess it was a 1st down on the spot, so that's why they're doing the redo. 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 6. Action 4th and 11. Barnhill screen to Freeman. Freeman pop, not even close. Great defense by the Pirates as Isaac Daffron makes the tackle. Turnover on downs. When we return, you're going to see Riverside back on the offensive side. They lead at 6-0 Friday night Rivals.
Not all tech is created equal. 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. Get 0% financing for 36 months, plus qualified customers can get $750 Conquest cash on the 2019 Altima.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
.26 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers out on the sidelines as Riverside will get the ball back after a great defensive play by Isaac Daffron. Let's go down to the sidelines to Aaron Summers.
A focus of the Pirates this season has been bringing a more physical attack. It goes hand in hand with their motto, train coming, and it is the exact message that the coaches were telling the Pirates offense before they took the field right here. They said, don't stop. We only have one touchdown. We want to make sure that we are sitting back. We're not waiting for anything to come to us. We need to stay after it, keep applying the pressure, put some more touchdowns on the board.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Here's Riverside. They'll have it with trips to the near side. Spread offense, 62 points last week against Roxborough Person. There's a deep throw, far side, tipped, knocked down, incomplete. What a play on the ball by the defender for Northern Durham, as Darius Channer makes the stop.
Incredible play by Channer. He very well may have saved a touchdown on that play. And I had a hunch that Coach Corey Lee was going to come out throwing the ball going deep, because he knows my keys to the game. He knows that Northern wants to keep this a low-scoring game, and he's going to do everything he can to get a quick strike and put this up by 2 scores or more going into the break.
Stay tuned for the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics halftime report. We'll have this week's Ritter and Brantley Scholar athletes, participating school interviews with the principals, and highlights from across the country and more. 2nd and 10, option pitch. Devin Smith getting around the corner, breaks one tackle, breaks the second tackle. He's out of bounds, just shy of the 40-yard line.
That is the beauty of the option, Chris. Everything about that play was some good-looking football. Even the defender, Andrew Smith, the defensive end, he played that perfectly. But when you've got an athlete like Devin Smith, you know, he can make good-looking athletes look bad.
So 3rd down and 1 for the Pirates. And in motion. There's Freeman. Whistle blows. There is a flag thrown. So, automatic 1st down for Northern. A lot of penalties already in this one, Chris.
And that drives you crazy as a coach, Chris, especially John Hammond over there. You know, they need every little advantage they can to stay in this game. And giving up senseless penalties like that will just drive you crazy. But again, we're talking about young high schoolers, and it happens.
1st and 10. That's in NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics. 1st and 10. As the first play in this series goes for negative yardage, but that 1st down, again, the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics 1st down, your smile is our passion. So 2nd down and 11, maybe even 12. The Northern defense holding tight.
You know, we've called their names several times already, but Justin Rhodes, number 5, number 9, Jaden Taylor. You had Jamarco Burnett coming in from the safety position, kind of the rover, getting things done for that Northern defense.
So 2nd down and 11. Sledge going to sling it here, down the side deep. That's out of reach and incomplete. As Jalen Evans in on the coverage. 3rd down.
Very good looking coverage by Evans right there. You seen Troy Jones, though, the receiver, you know, he if anything was guilty a little bit of a push off, but right there, fortunate they didn't cover. They did not throw the flag. 3rd down and long, though. This is going to be an interesting call here for Coach Corey Lee.
So 3rd and 11. It looked like a wheel route going for Devin Smith. He was unaware of it. It'll be 4th down.
A little bit of miscommunication right there on that call, and you're right. That's good football terminology, Chris. That's definitely a wheel route coming out of the backfield. You see it right there, Devin Smith. It looks like he had no idea the ball was going to be thrown. Typically with the wheel route for your running back, it's a little bit more of a deep downfield throw, but not in that situation right there, bringing up this 4th down and long.
They'll punt, that being Riverside. This is, at this point, would you say, Chris, that this game is playing into Northern's kind of side of the field in that a low-scoring affair? As Hart will let that bounce, and he misplayed it.
What a wow.
And it is recovered by the Pirates. A.J. Bass could have taken that for 6 on a scoop and score, but Riverside will have it.
Wow, Chris, you just asked if Northern was getting the advantage, but not right here. As a coach, you're saying Peter, which is the sign that for everyone to get out of the way, but why he decided to pick that ball up, you know, you don't know what's going through the young man's mind, but what a turn of events in the favor of the Pirates right here.
Javion Hart with a huge mistake. So the volatile offense of Riverside getting another opportunity.
You seen Coach John Hammett over there, and I'm sure a few dadgums came out of there, and you see him right there. He is not happy. You can see him looking on his device right there. That's the use of huddle sideline, where these coaches can see what happens immediately. That is a new rule that's passed from the National Federation of High Schools a few years ago, and you know, he not happy about it.
So they're now inside the Wake 86 at green zone to help keep Wake County litter free in 86 your trash. All because of a muffed punt by Northern Durham. So the Knights with their backs against the wall, down 6-0. 7 minutes to go. Man in motion is Freeman the second. Sledge, he'll throw it down the far side, and just a little bit long to Isaiah Jones and incomplete.
And that was a good no call on any kind of interference right there. Both the receiver and the defender were kind of doing a little bit of bumping going down the sideline, but looked like a pretty clean no call in my mind. Yes, you see Sledge right there looking towards the sideline. This is an opportunity for Riverside to really get ultra aggressive in this spot and try to get the 2-score lead.
So 2nd down and 10. The Wake 86 at green zone. Sledge throwing, pressured, up in the air, and he's open to Devin Smith. That time he scores. As he scores a Lane and Associate Family Dentistry touchdown, 12-0, Riverside in charge.
Chris, that's Devin Smith's 8th touchdown of the year, and he is just showing. You look at it right here, great defensive pressure by Northern, but Smith just finds the little bit of a hole where they're not at, and just credit Sledge. Again, he may be a junior quarterback, but he has gained a lot of poise since last season and put the ball where it had to be for the touchdown. I think they're going to go for 2.
We'll go for 2 as the offense still out on the field. They're making their substitutions. Northern getting to do the same as they'll set up to the missed extra point. Call switching now to the left side of Sledge as Landon rolling out, avoids pressure, throws it down the far side, caught by Devin Smith. What a play! 14-0.
You are right. What a play. And there you see the sideline for the Pirates erupting. And give those offensive linemen some credit right there. They extended the pocket, allowed him to run. And you see Northern's defenders, they're right there in his face, but he had the presence of mind to look downfield. And we've talked about him all night, Devin Smith, right there for the incredible grab.
Swiss Army knife, that is Devin Smith. He's helped put Riverside up 14-0 right here on Friday Night Rivals.
Your trees deserve A-plus quality care 100% of the time. At A-plus Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A-plus has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplustrees.com to get A-plus results.
Some see an obstacle. But when you have best-in-class all-weather capability, it's just another opportunity. Jeep Cherokee. Hurry in to Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal.
Financing at 19% below MSRP on select 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude models in dealer stock the longest.
14-0 Riverside ahead, 6:45 to go here in the half. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers down on the sidelines as we get ready for a Lane and Associates kickoff. We love to make you smile.
And Chris, before he kicks off this ball, I saw that shot we had of the Riverside coaches down there coaching up those young men. I love that in high school football because it doesn't matter how high you get, how excited you get about a big play. You've got to keep them young men grounded and get them ready for the next play. That is a sign of a really well coached and a good football team.
Here's the kick. That is caught by Spencer. Spencer stopped immediately about the 24-yard line. Let's take you through the saltwater seafood scoring drive for Riverside. 2 plays, 19 yards, all thanks to a dropped punt, a muffed punt by Javion Hart.
Crucial play right there. Again, you saw the great defensive presence right there by the Northern defensive lineman. And again, right there on the conversion, the Northern linemen are doing everything they need to do, Chris. But it was the presence of mind of the quarterback and your receiver right there to be on the same page.
There's the handoff to Caleb Steele. Steele not able to get anywhere as he's pushed out of bounds. And that Riverside defense showing some ability here.
I was about to say the same thing, Chris. You know, coming into the show, or into the game, we talked so much about the offensive prowess of this team, and they have showed that they're worthy of every praise, but it's this defense that is still pitching the shutout and doing a great job, and just hats off to them. They've really came at it and just doing a great job so far.
That was a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 as they come out in the wing tee. And off up the middle. That handoff to Bryant Jones. Jones gets it back into a reachable 3rd down. As I want to remind you that tonight's game is powered by United Rentals, building futures together. Northern Durham's offense has been certainly seeing its struggles. They've fumbled 5 times this year, having lost 4 of those. Another draw up the middle. Jones getting to the outside. He gets the first down and more past the 40, just shy of the 45. And that's an NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Your smile is our passion.
And he was able to bounce that to the outside, and that's some hard physical running right there. And, you know, that defense, you know, they're kind of playing bend but not break right now. We'll look at the replay right there. Defense forced him to the outside, and that's a well-coached running back right there. Take what they give him and just running right through that play. That's Bryant Jones, and he's a young sophomore. He's a future star for these Knights.
See the tight end for Northern Durham, Tally Price on the near side. Freeman breaking off one tackle, trying to spin around another, and he is swallowed up. As again, that defense for Riverside swarming here tonight. As Eric Winless was the one holding him down, and then Brandon Rigsby came in to finish him off.
And again, I mean, look at Freeman, you know, one of our players of the game or one of our stars of the game. I mean, he is a load to bring down, but you got to give a tip of the cap to DJ Fretwell. He's the defensive coordinator here for Riverside, and they run a little bit of that 4-2-5, but the way they position themselves in the gap is a little bit more of a bare front, almost like the 46 defense of the old Buddy Ryan days, and that is what is keeping the running game of Northern at bay right now.
Close to 4:30 to go here in the half. Barnhill. Misdirection to Chestnut, and he goes nowhere. They're trying, the Pirates are trying to say there was a fumble. That did not work as Torrey Floyd came out of the pile with the football.
Well, that was a little bit of you know, the eye candy that Coach Corey Lee had mentioned, you know, on the call right there, Northern used a lot of motion, a little bit of spin right there at the snap, put a runner in motion and went the opposite way. But the discipline there by the defensive front by Riverside is what allowed them to make that play right there on the spot to prevent any gain.
3rd down and 16. Knights have to get all the way into Riverside territory. There's a screen to Freeman. Not the best of passes, and it's incomplete. And they'll have to punt it as Elijah Whitted will come out to do just that.
Yeah, but I think we've got to start changing the script a little bit and how this game is playing out and talk a little bit more about this defense of Riverside, because they have really stepped up and doing a great job because they played that screen to perfection. Normally you got to be in some kind of a zone defense or a zone blitz of some sort to defend against the screen. They did everything they had to do.
Devin Smith back to return the punt. Nice punt by Whitted. Smith on the line drive, makes the catch. Smith, he's electric. Flag thrown. He'll go out of bounds at the 47-yard line in Knight territory, but there is a flag back at the 30.
I'm going to be interested in this call right here. I don't think it's a hold because there wasn't a defender right there. I think that he signaled a fair catch on it. No, they're going to call a block in the back.
That is an illegal block in the back on Riverside High School.
Let's see if we can look at it right here. All right, you got number 1. Okay, they do. You do have the block in the back right there. You can see Northern's DeMarco Burnett getting pushed around to the side, so that's a pretty good call.
There was also a second penalty called at midfield, of the same variety. I want to remind you, during the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Saltwater Seafood Catch of the Game. Saltwater Seafood Market in Fry Shack. Come see us and check out our catch of the day. Sledge darting it to the far side as he is brought down shy of the 1st down. Isaiah Jones came into tonight, 9 catches, 223 yards. First time we've seen him get into the fray. He'll have it just shy as the Pirates trying to move the football for one last time here in this first half, leading 14-0.
And I see Sledge just seemed to wreck the defense right there. He is a young man who has grown immensely since moving to this program as a freshman. And he's got a lot of poise out there, a lot of confidence.
The whistle blows. Another penalty in this one. False start this time. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
But going back to Sledge, and there we got the close-up of him right there. Coach Corey Lee told me that when he moved here, he's a freshman at Southeast Raleigh High School, played for Coach Dan Finn, who is now the head coach at Garner, or South Garner. But, you know, he came here and he was undersized. He wasn't very strong, but Lee just compliments him for getting in the weight room, going to big-time camps, learning this skill, and really developing.
2nd and 6. Screen. Set up for Freeman. Freeman has enough for the 1st down. That's an NC's oral surgery and orthodontics 1st down. And there is a flag on the play this time. Lots of flags being thrown in this first half.
And most of them are just little mistakes that can be corrected. Nothing of any major variety that we've seen, but those are the kind of penalties that coaches really just drive them crazy. They can deal with some aggressive penalties from time to time, but it's the useless ones. And you see Coach Corey Lee right there looking at his guys like, come on.
And it's obviously on Riverside as they're talking to one of the captains for Northern.
So a procedure call declined. Block in the back, they're going to take it.
2 penalties on that play. So that'll move into a 2nd and long situation.
And of course, you're going to take the second penalty. It's more yards, so there's a reason behind that. Let's see how Coach Lee's offensive script changes now on this long yardage situation. They've been in pretty good field position, pretty good situation within the chains tonight to not get behind in the chains, and by that I mean long yardage situations. But now the playbook gets a whole lot smaller on long yardage plays like this.
There's Sledge, run the draw on this 2nd and long. And the Northern Durham defensive front shuts that down as Chester Burton in on the stop along with Jaden Taylor.
And once again, that's Dante McCall on that carry, and he is just the grinder for this team. And he goes after those, you know, they're not the glamorous yards all the time, but you need those tough physical yards between the tackles and to really go after an aggressive defensive front. He's the guy that's kind of going out there just trying to crack that defense any way he can.
So made it 3rd and manageable, 13 as McCall goes in motion. Sledge, he's going deep, picked off. That is picked off by Jamarco Burnett. He's getting a blocker all the way to the far side. He fumbles the football. It's loose. And luckily, Northern Durham comes up with it as Darius Channer picks up the loose change. And Northern Durham, thanks to the interception, their 6th in the last 2 weeks, has it deep in Riverside territory.
Wow, what a play right there by Channer to be in the right place at the right time. You see Sledge, that is his first interception of the year. Incredible to go all the way into game number 4 before you throw your first pick. But look at the action of Burnett, looking through traffic. You got to hold on to the football, and credit Isaiah Jones right there for stripping the ball to Channer right there on the spot.
So that will be inside the Wake 86 at green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free in 86 your trash. So under 2 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter.
And legal substitution called by Riverside, having too many men right there on the field. You know, this is so reminiscent of a John Hammock coach team, though. I was at their game in the playoffs last year against Cardinal Gibbons, who would kind of run them hard, but the defense kept them in it.
Here's the handoff to Jones. Jones outside, pulling forward. It'll be inside the 10, inside the 5, and they'll mark him out at about the 3. Bryant Jones has yet to find pay dirt for the Knights this year.
And look at it right there. He's just going to follow the block, and you see those big linemen right there for Northern. Cameron Flowers right there on that block. A great job by the right guard.
That was good enough for an NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Your smile is our passion. Barnhill, the Knight offense, to their defense, can make this a 1-score game as we get under 1:45 here in the half. And off to Jones. Jones not there. Maybe the 2, the 1. As the clock continues to run, both teams with a plenty amount of timeouts.
Yeah, he lowered that shoulder, but Josh Austin was right there to try to make that stop inside the 5-yard line. And you know, this is something that Coach Hammett told me earlier in the day. He said our offense is really good from 20 to 20, but sometimes we get in the green zone and we come up a little short. This is one of those chances to score that the Knights are going to have to capitalize on this opportunity.
Anthony Freeman, your quarterback here, and he hands it off up the middle. He goes nowhere. That was Justin Rhodes who got that handoff, as they were not fooled and they swallowed him up.
And again, look at that. And again, that is another bare front. You know, you got the stacked defensive lineman for Riverside. And again, that's Coach DJ Fretwell, the coordinator, who is ringing up that defense and doing a great job.
Stay tuned for the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics halftime report. We'll have this week's Riddle and Brantley Scholar athletes, participating school interviews with the principals, and highlights from across the country and more. As we're down to the final 30 seconds here in the second quarter. And we are seeing both teams realize this is a very crucial moment.
You're watching the NC Oral Surgery.
Very smart timeout right there. You've got them. No use going into the break and not using them, especially in a situation that could be key to them winning or losing this ball game. So Coach Hammock's going to get over there. You see him drawing up the plays, and you know, they've got some interesting play calls. They might be bringing up some NBA teams or some animals or something, and how they're going to call maybe a squirrel right 60, which you never know what that might be. It could be a buck sweep or something. But, you know, he's like that mad scientist. Almost reminds me of Paul Johnson when he's at Georgia Tech and how he calls up that misdirection offense. And there you see Coach DJ Fretwell, the defensive coordinator, you know, trying to do what he's going to do to get them stopped. But either way, this is one of those downs, and ultimately maybe a fourth down call that this game could hang in the balance.
So it's 3rd and goal, 13 seconds remaining. They have one timeout. As Barnhill back in. Had Freeman in what is usually called the Wildcat formation.
And Chris, by them having that timeout, gives them the leeway to do any kind of play call he wants. He can run the ball, throw the ball. It doesn't matter in this situation.
It's 3rd and goal here inside the Wake 86 at green zone. There's Barnhill, the lefty. Threw it to the flats. Knocked away. Brandon Rigsby with the stop. Pass incomplete. 4th down.
4th down, but there's no chance whatsoever that Coach Hammock's going to go for the field goal. You see the quarterback rolling out, and wow, what great coverage right there by Brandon Rigsby, the junior cornerback, to break up that touchdown, because I think he would have brought in the catch.
So with 9 seconds left, clock is stopped. Rigsby, big defensive play for Riverside. Can they make one more with Kyle Barnhill? That would have been his 4th touchdown pass of the season. As a team, Northern Durham has scored 4 touchdowns this year. They're at 2-0 on the season. They've got some work if they want to make it 3-0. It's 4th and goal. Hand off to Freeman. Freeman, stop! And he will go nowhere. And a turnover on downs. We'll see Riverside have it with 4 seconds on the clock. Big, big stop by that Riverside defense.
You see Toy Floyd right there, and also number 52, Derek Brown. Look at Derek Brown running downhill. He wasn't fooled by that. And also you see that's number 15. That's Isaac Daffron right in there. They were not fooled whatsoever by that play call. Terrific defense by this Riverside Pirate defense to get them out of that opportunity. That's a game-winning defensive stand right there.
See how that affects the rest of this ball game, as Brandon Rigsby made the great play on 3rd down, and Isaac Daffron made the play on 4th. And that will do it for the first half here in Durham in the Riverside Northern matchup. Riverside will take a 14-0 lead into the locker room. Before we go down the field to Aaron, what were your thoughts here quickly on this first half?
I just think that Riverside came out aggressive, hit some big plays down the stretch. But again, we talked about the offense coming in. I think the story is Riverside's defense. They really came to play and has limited Northern from being able to do pretty much anything.
And 14-0 the score as Riverside heading into the locker room. Let's send it down to the field to Aaron Summers.
Coach, before this game, you told me that you didn't know what your defense's identity was. They've pitched a shutout so far. What have they told you about their identity?
Well, they wanted to improve on the defensive line standpoint, and I think they did that. We worked really hard in practice to fix that. The things that we saw that got exposed, we were in the Carter Gibbons game, and they came up really big this half, so hopefully we can continue to what we're doing.
Offensively, you didn't score in the first quarter. You got 2 scores in the second. What changed for your offensive side of the ball?
Well, just going back to what we are. You know, we've transformed into this passing team. So we're trying to establish the run. That's what we always want to do. But at some point, if something's working, if it ain't broke, we're not going to fix it. So.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Chris.
Thank you, Aaron, and that'll do it for the first half here in Durham as the students here at Riverside enjoying that score as they have a 14, having the Pirates a 14-0 lead at the half.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 200,000 participants here in North Carolina who take part in high school sports.
This is saltwater seafood owner Mike Earp. This is Beach Mike.
Nice shirt, Pa.
He likes to be close to the ocean. And this is Fresh Mike. Freshness is important to Mike. These Mikes get fresh seafood delivered every day at Saltwater Seafood. Be like these Mikes and get your fresh seafood here too. And visit the Fry Shack where Debbie will cook up your order to go.
Come see us at Saltwater Seafood.
Saltwater Seafood is owned and operated by Mike and Debbie Earp.
Not all tech is created equal. 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. Get 0% financing for 36 months, plus qualified customers can get $750 Conquest cash on the 2019 Altima.
I'm Gene Riddle. At Riddle and Brantley, we meet with victims of distracted drivers every day. We've seen terrible crashes caused by drivers that were texting, putting on makeup, eating, or just not paying attention. Distracted drivers may be the #1 cause of fatalities on the road today, maybe even as bad as drunk driving. If you've been hit by a distracted driver, call us today. Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
You're watching the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics Halftime Report. Now it's time for the Riddle and Brantley Scholar Athlete of the Week. Presenting the award for Riddle and Brantley is John Hummel. From Northern High School, Cameron Traylor. Cameron Traylor of Northern is a 3-year varsity football starter, a 3-year varsity lacrosse starter, and a 2-time Big 8 All-Conference football player. He also carries a 4.11 GPA. Cameron serves on the National Honor Society and founded Cam's Closet. From Riverside High School, Devin Smith. Riverside running back Devin Smith is the football team captain, a 2018 honorable mention All-Conference, and carries a 2.96 GPA. Devin is a community mentor, assists special education teachers, and volunteers at Oak Grove Athletic Association. Cameron, Devin, and other nominated All-Stars are also eligible to win a $5,000 scholarship to be presented at the end of the season, courtesy of Riddle and Brantley. Injured in an accident? Call Riddle and Brantley when justice counts. I'm here with Riverside Athletic Director Robert Duncan, your 2nd year as the athletic director after 11 years as a teacher at this school. What are some of your goals in your new role?
One of my main goals is being an athletic director here at Riverside High School is make Riverside High School the choice school here in Durham, North Carolina. We have a lot of great schools, but I want Riverside to be the best, and I want children in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade to desire to want to come here, and I want our parents in the community around us to be excited about our culture and everything we have. So that's kind of what we're building and where we're going. Having a principal in Tanya Williams, she makes it very, very easy, and she's extremely supportive in everything we do here. So it's a great scenario to be in.
I definitely can tell that you care a lot about this school. Where does the passion come from?
I grew up in Winston-Salem, played high school football there, won a couple state championships in high school, went to North Carolina Central University, won 2 championships there as well. In addition to that, I have a family that's extremely supportive, and we're football people first, but we're caring people second. And I think having all of that mixed into one has created an entire group of people, not just myself, that when given a goal or given a task, rise to the occasion.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the hospitality tonight. And we will be back with more from the halftime report after this.
Power is the biggest touchscreen a truck's ever seen. One that can see 360 degrees. But when you surround it with 19 speakers, back seats that do front seat things, and end up Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year, that's the power to innovate. Come to Ram Power Days for great deals on the most powerful lineup of pickups.
Competitive pickup owners get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the all-new 2019 Ram 1500.
Losing him is the hardest thing I've ever been through. But Stephen L. Lyons Funeral Home is doing so much for my family I can't begin to put it into words. And because we pre-planned with Steve last year, we ensured that all of his wishes are being met. I don't have to worry about anything. My family can relax at this difficult time and celebrate his life.
Won't you give us a call today? We would be honored to provide you the trust, service, and compassion you rightfully deserve in your time of need. That is our promise here at the Stephen L. Lyons Funeral Home.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go.
Okay, I got it. Amy tells a joke.
Okay.
What does a nosy pepper do? Gets jalapeno business.
We were friends instantly.
That's awesome.
Emojis are so annoying.
No, emojis are the best.
You're not 11. She keeps me straight.
I don't have to agree with everything you say.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Listen to the Bobby Bones Show each weekday morning on Carolina's #1 for new country, B93.9.
I decided in middle school that I wanted to be a forensic scientist,
an engineer,
a teacher, and probably a coach.
I think I want to start my own business.
This is what I want to do every day for as long as I can.
I just want to try new things.
I want to win, always.
I work best under pressure. I just want to be on stage.
I haven't decided what yet, but I want to be great at it.
Welcome back to the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics halftime report. Riverside has a 14-0 lead over Northern. I am joined by Northern principal Danny Guilford. As the principal of Northern, what are some of your missions for the school?
To make sure we provide a safe and orderly school so that our outstanding educators can do what they need to do best, which is make sure our children exceed what they need to do.
I was reading a little bit about Northern, and I noticed that you have a culinary arts program and a fire academy. What are some of the opportunities that students get at the school?
So in our culinary arts program, which has been booked up through 2020 already, they get a chance to demonstrate real life skills that they can translate to the workplace. And our fire academy, again, is being led by a former fire chief from Durham County. And they get the exact same thing that you would get as an adult in a fire program. You can walk right out and get that kind of job in a fire program.
It's pretty impressive. I also saw that the school is gotten approved for a new location, 70 acres of land. You're going to have your own football stadium on campus now. How excited is the Northern community about that?
They're very excited. You know, Northern for a long time has had to share county stadium with the county, and to have that home field advantage of your own place where you can do things like they do here at Riverside, walk right out to the field and have that atmosphere, it's going to be something really special. Our school is probably one of the oldest schools in the district, and we are sorely in need of an upgrade, and I'm grateful to the voters to approve that.
It's always nice when the community supports the schools and the athletic programs.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with more of the NC Oral Surgery and halftime report after this.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
Not all tech is created equal. 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. Get 0% financing for 36 months, plus qualified customers can get $750 Conquest cash on the 2019 Altima.
Come check out the all-new Colors collection from Cindy Crawford Home at Rooms to Go. Choose from a great selection of sofas and sectionals. Choose your color, choose your style. It's that easy. Add a splash of color to your home and change up your look for less with the all-new Colors collection from Cindy Crawford Home. New styles, new colors, your way. Come see the all-new Colors collection from Cindy Crawford Home, exclusively at Rooms to Go.
Your trees deserve A-plus quality care 100% of the time. At A-plus Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A-plus has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplustrees.com to get A-plus results.
Each week during halftime of our Friday Night Rivals broadcasts, My RDC will be showcasing outstanding Thursday night lights and Friday Night Rivals game highlights from across the country. Here's some highlights, some great highlights from last week's action.
Try again to punt the ball with 37 ticks left to go. Magwood standing at his 40. No, he's going to throw it.
Told you.
There you go, a little trickery. Down to sidelines, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, and fighting and churning and carrying defenders into the end zone on the play.
To move against our defense right now, so get the ball to your playmaker.
Quick throw, intercepted. Upper St. Clair, Mateo Sapolio. One man to beat, and he is gone. Pick six for Upper St. Clair.
Quarterback for Russ Jones in the first year of Syracuse football. And Hamlin wants a punch. He's got it. And Burke right in front of Grandma. Scores again.
Cunningham bobbles the snap but corrals it. Now lets it fly deep. Up and making that catch is Simmons. Slade Simmons with an excellent grab in coverage.
For the Crusaders, Fox will come back over the middle. Will hit the lateral, and it's going to be Sigma. Will take it in for 6. Oh my goodness!
Now break down, far side again. This is Fisher breaking tackles and cutting it to the near side. Now he's going to pick up some blockers inside 20, 35 to 25. Down to the 15, cuts it back at the 10. Look at this. Skips past another. Spin move. Touchdown.
We'll continue on with the NC Oral Surgery and Orthodontics halftime report as Riverside leads it 14-0 right after this.
Hey, Ben. Throwing away your smart devices?
Yeah, no matter how many of them I buy, they're always broken.
Sounds like dead zones. Like with your Wi-Fi. Devices are probably fine, they just can't connect to your internet.
Honey, Mike says it's the Wi-Fi. The smart fridge is fine.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, seamless wall-to-wall coverage and reduce dead zones with AT&T Internet with smart Wi-Fi technology for $40 a month. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Mutual.
Cut.
Line.
Cut. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Cut. Liberty. Am I allowed to riff? What if I come out of the water? Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
America's Court with Judge Ross.
All rise. You want him to pay $628?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knock my socks off.
Daytime Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
Pay her her money. Pay it now.
Judge Ross is back with all new cases.
Prove your case.
Before I broke out the window.
Stop.
And the same attitude.
I'm confused. Unconfuse me.
America's Court with Judge Ross.
Your matter's dismissed. Case closed.
New episodes coming this fall.
It's America's newest game show spectacular.
Welcome to America Says!
So don't miss the big laughs,
Well, hi, gorgeous. I'm Lisa.
You can stop right there. We're done. You heard that, folks.
And the big fun.
Bugs Bunny makes me think of... What's up, Doc?
Join host John Michael Higgins.
Yeah!
On America Says.
Premieres September 16th on MyRDC.
Just about set to start the second half. Before we do so, let's send it down to the field. Aaron had a chance to talk to head coach of Northern Durham, John Hammond.
Coach Hammond of Northern said that he is pleased with the way that his team has performed, minus a few mistakes and that muffed punt. He said defensively, it's good. They've been doing well. They've eliminated their Riverside run game, and they're forcing them to go through the air. He did say, though, that they're going to continue to keep their eyes on number 22. That would be Riverside running back and wide receiver, Devin Smith. Guys.
Thank you, Aaron. I can certainly agree with those sentiments.
Totally agree. I mean, yes, you're down 14-0, but outside of a few big plays, especially the punt return that he mentioned, Northern's played very good, especially that defensive front. They've done everything right. It's just that Riverside has done things just a little bit better, but Northern by no means is out of this game, and by them deferring the opening kickoff, getting the ball right now, they got a chance to turn the momentum back in their favor.
Caleb Bowers to kick off for the Lane & Associates Family Dentistry kickoff. We love to make you smile here to start the second half. Here's Spencer at the 30. He's got a little bit of a seam. 40, midfield. He's wrangled down in Pirate territory. Let's see where they mark him out. Looks like they mark him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. What a great return by Spencer.
And Chris, look at Spencer right there, and he does everything that you need to do. I was a special teams coordinator before in the high school game, and he followed his blocker right there. And you see him, number 2, Javon Hart, all the way through for those extra yards. Did it picture perfect, and that's why they got the big game.
Demiri Martin with the tackle. The return again by Nasir Spencer. Spencer and the offense back out on the field. Spencer, a senior. As Barnhill, first play, handing off to Freeman. Freeman bullying his way. Getting a few yards there. He is brought down by Isaac Daffron. We've said his name quite a few times here tonight for that Riverside defense.
And Josh Alston, the defensive end, he's a big senior. He came crashing in there as well. And that big 6'1", 205-pound body of his, he's going to make somebody move. But again, we talked about him at the open of the show. Trey Freeman, he really gets those physical yards.
A gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Northern Durham in their spread wing tee. Motion. Steele trying to get to that outside. He'll turn the corner. He maybe gets 3 yards to the 40.
Turned the corner, Chris, but he didn't have anywhere to go. Again, the lateral quickness. And I think that we totally underestimated this Riverside defense coming into this game, because there you see right there, and that's big number 3, that's Torrey Floyd. They have done a great job in stringing out these Northern runs. Typically go for big gains.
Entering tonight's matchup, that being linebacker Torrey Floyd with 28 tackles. 14 of those solo. That's his 3rd and about 5 or 6. Here's Freeman. Freeman busting through, getting first down yardage. And that's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless.
And we finally get a glimpse of the power running style that Freeman comes into it with. And look at him, he lowers the head and he drags a couple guys with him. See it right there, taking the defensive guy for a ride, but that's going to move those chains. And, you know, Coach Hammett was right when he talked to Aaron at the half. They're not out of it. They're doing things what they need to do.
There's Freeman on the handoff. There is a flag on the play. It was positive yardage for Freeman. We'll see what the flag will be.
I can tell you what it's going to be. You had 2 guys going in motion at the same time. That is not going to happen.
5-yard penalty on the illegal shift.
There you see it. You got number 2 and number 14. Uh-oh, that is a miscommunication. At least they didn't hit each other.
That would have certainly found its way in the great moments that are played at halftime.
Well, you know, that was another, I think I saw another dadgummit come out of Coach Hammett, but he told me, he said, man, if we could just eliminate a few mistakes here and there, we've played some great football, and it's happening again.
Riverside calling a timeout with 10:16 to go here on a 1st and 15 when we get back to action.
And this is a very well-timed timeout by Corey Lee. He sees what's happening coming out of the break. He sees that the momentum has completely shifted since the second half kickoff over there to the Knights. And you see them right there. They've got a little bit more pep in their step. Those linemen don't have their hands on their knees like they had late in the second quarter. And this is, you know, just like basketball, you got coaches that they understand the ebb and flow of the game, and he get a little bit of a run right there. He needs to slow them down right there. Good call.
We get back to action again. It will be 1st and 15.
Family Dentistry located at 3732 North Roxborough Street, Durham, North Carolina.
2 second quarter touchdowns by the Pirates. Torrey Jones with one, Devin Smith with the other, and he had the 2-point conversion. Northern Durham had their opportunity late in that first half, but did not come through. The handoff up the middle. Trap goes for nothing as Freeman barely gets to the line of scrimmage. And guess who? Brandon Smiley makes the stop. One of the many Pirates in on the play, along with Josh Austin.
Derek Brown again. Some of these same guys, we've mentioned their name all night. Epps again, you see number 30 or number 74 also playing both ways. Tremendous effort, and again, it's all effort. I mean, playing defensive line, you know, it's not about style and athleticism. A lot of time it's just imposing your will and going as fast as you can from point A to B in about 4 seconds, and they're showing off tonight.
It'll be 2nd down and 15. There was no gain given on the previous play. Here's Barnhill throwing and looking for Jalen Chestnut. Missed him there. That'll be 3rd down and 15, and Barnhill looks frustrated.
Barnhill does look frustrated, and he made a great read. I like the play fake. He had the defense biting on it the way they did. Unfortunately, he just didn't deliver a very good ball. Kind of threw it right there in no man's land. Of course, it's better than an interception, but I think that's an opportunity.
Let's go down to the field. Aaron Summers has a report.
The Pirates defense has been a work in progress this season as a lot of players have moved into new positions. Pirates linebacker Torrey Floyd isn't quite learning a new position, but he is learning a new role as quarterback of the defense. Coach Lee is counting on Floyd to recognize the offensive strengths, make defensive adjustments, and make sure everyone on the Pirates defense is where they're supposed to be. It's a new role for Floyd. However, Coach Lee said that he is taking it on tremendously so far this season.
They have certainly seen Floyd and the other front 7 dominating for the most part up front. They've forced a 4th and 9 here after Freeman gained 6 yards on the previous play. We'll see if they can get the 1st down, as last time they had a 4th down, they were not successful. That'll be a flag thrown. It looks like Derek Brown may be the one charged with that one.
It's a very strategic, fast clap right there by Barnhill. They're going to get 5 of those yards. It's going to make it a little bit better of a play call right now, 4th and manageable.
4th and 4 yards to go.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I might come back with the same scheme, try to get them to jump off one more time.
So the Knights have it 4th and 4. They were at a 3rd and 15. They're going to hand it off to Freeman. Freeman getting the outside. He's going to get inside the Wake 86 at green zone. Just inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. 1st down, which will also be a Blue Cross and Blue Shield 1st down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. And they're inside the Wake County 86 at green zone to help keep Wake County litter free and 86er trash.
There you see the big 210-pound junior, Trey Freeman, bouncing his way through.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Freeman carrying tacklers. And He actually fumbled the football, and Greg Webb took it away, and he scored. Touchdown, Northern Durham.
He's going to say, hey, I did it all the time. I wanted to give the big guy up front the ball, but not a tremendous effort right there by Freeman. But Johnny on the spot, Webb right there to pick it up, and look at the run right through there. And he is bouncing through there. And number 7, and you go see the number Kyrie Ryland forces to fumble. I'm not so sure, though, if this was the NFL that it would have been reviewed.
Extra point is up and good. That Lane and Associates touchdown goes to Greg Webb as Northern Durham cuts the deficit in half. 7:55 to go, 14-7 the score. Friday Night Rivals.
Get 0% APR for 60 months plus 500 bonus cash on a new 2019 Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
If your loved one got hurt in a crash at night or on a weekend, you wouldn't tell them to wait until morning to call you. We won't ask you to wait either. Call us anytime, Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. It doesn't matter what you tell me. What matters is when you by yourself, what you tell you.
Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
Lease a new 2019 Toyota Highlander LE for $229 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
There was a fumble. Never mind. Northern Durham on the board here as we get under the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. 14-7 the score. Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers down on the sideline as we get set for a Lane and Associates Family Dentistry kickoff. We love to make you smile, and Greg Webb,
he's smiling.
Certainly smiling as there's arguments to whether he would be given credit for that touchdown, as
he got
a squib kick that goes right into the breadbasket of the up man for the Pirates. That was caught by Cedric Whitted as we take you through the Saltwater Seafood scoring drive for Northern Durham. And it started with Nasir Spencer's kickoff return. 8 plays, 46 yards, took less than 3 minutes. Not your typical John Hammett drive, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Absolutely not, and a lot of big runs. And there you see, I think the ball crossed the plane, but, you know, I'm not going to take it away from the big guy. You know, anytime one of those guys gets to hold the ball, that's a big time for them.
There's Sledge. Good comeback route to Devin Smith. Smith makes the catch. He'll be just shy of a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down.
And again, hey, that defense is not, they're relentless. They're going to come after him. And again, look at the poise right there. None other than Smith. We've been talking about him all night.
Well, second and short. And it goes nowhere. Again, that front line for Northern Durham. Justin Rhodes, Jaden Taylor, and Chester Burton in on the stop.
But it was all Justin Rhodes right there. Look at him. He is a big man, and he is clogging up those holes.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Aaron Summers with a report.
All night, Riverside wide receiver Devin Smith and his counterpoint Isaiah Jones light up the scoreboard every week with a combined 8 touchdowns, over 400 yards through the first 3 games. Coach Lee said it's a direct correlation to the receiver's work ethic. He said even if the team is off, chances are those two are still working. On a number of occasions, Lee has come by the field on an off day over the weekend and found either Smith or Jones on the field working by themselves on their craft. Chris?
As the third down play sees Sledge run out of bounds and a flag thrown after the fact. Andrew Batts be the one penalty be called on.
Wow. And they're going to call the personal foul on number 10 right here, Andrew Batts. I guess, I mean, he put his hands on him. It's almost a two-hand touch. Do I think that deserved a 15-yard penalty? Probably not, but you can't do that. You've got to, you see the quarterback making the move to go out of bounds. You've got to have, you just got to know you can't go after him and touch him.
So that's a Blue Cross and Blue Shield first down for Riverside. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. Both teams have helped each other out with penalties at crucial times. A fumble by Northern Durham allowed Riverside to add their second touchdown of the night. Now they have it 1st and 10. Play action. A quick route to Quentin Freeman. Freeman with the catch.
Nice.
And he will move the chains for a first down.
I was going to say, Chris, nice little run pass option right there. He looked for the receiver. Take a look at it right here. Linebacker come up. Receiver's wide open. Safety has to one high safety has to play.
Correction, it was not a first down. He literally maybe a half a yard short. It across the way they were moving the chains. The ref had to adjust them. Here's a sledge throw deep down the middle. Caught, touchdown. That's a Lane and Associates Family Dentistry touchdown by guess who? Devin Smith. 20-7. Riverside leads it.
None other than Devin Smith, and there you see Sledge looking, and again, all night he has just threaded the needle, Chris, and finding the open receiver through two Northern defenders. That is a big-time throw. That's a throw that's going to land this young man playing on Saturday soon.
So the extra point pending here. And Bowers misses another extra point. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Devin Smith putting on a show here for Riverside as they lead it 20-7 on Friday Night Rivals.
This is saltwater seafood owner Mike Earp. This is Beach Mike.
Nice shirt, Pa.
He likes to be close to the ocean. And this is Fresh Mike. Freshness is important to Mike. These Mikes get fresh seafood delivered every day at Saltwater Seafood. Be like these Mikes and get your fresh seafood here too. And visit the Fry Shack where Debbie will cook up your order to go.
Come see us at Saltwater Seafood.
Saltwater Seafood is owned and operated by Mike and Debbie Earp.
Hey, Ben. Throwing away your smart devices?
Yeah, no matter how many of them I buy, they're always broken.
It sounds like dead zones. Like with your Wi-Fi. Devices are probably fine, they just can't connect to your internet.
Honey, Mike says it's the Wi-Fi. The smart fridge is fine.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, seamless wall-to-wall coverage and reduce dead zones with AT&T Internet with smart Wi-Fi technology for $40 a month. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Welcome back. I want to remind you, as during the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Saltwater Seafood Catch of the game. Saltwater Seafood Market and Fry Shack. Come see us and check out our Catch of the Day. That's coming up in the fourth quarter. We're in the third quarter. 5:49 to go. Devin Smith with another Lane and Associates Family Dentistry touchdown. It's 20-7. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers on the sidelines as Javion Hurt and Nasir Spencer once again back to return the kicks. Caleb Bowers, who has missed 2 extra points tonight, will kick off. They're going to go right to Spencer again. Spencer coming to the near side. He's surrounded, but somehow gets out of traffic, and he'll go down the sideline again, past the 40, maybe the 43-yard line. And let's go through the saltwater seafood scoring drive for Riverside. 5 plays, 52 yards, 2 minutes and 3 seconds, Chris.
And it's all about sledge, and there you see some pinpoint passing. One right there across the middle. But look at this touchdown pass to Devin Smith, threaded right between 2 Northern defenders. That's some great throwing.
There's a flag on the Spencer return. And so they'll start back at the 33-yard line. They have a 13-point lead. That being Riverside. Northern Durham has some work to do. And whistle blows, and a timeout is going to be called by head coach John Hammett.
Interesting that he needs to call his timeout at this point of the game, a close game, being down the way it is. You'd think that they would want to save him. He sees something he doesn't like. You see him right there trying to correct the players. What a coach, too. John Hammond has been a head coach in this state since 1999, started his career at Rocky Mount, schools like Granville Central, Oxford Webb here at Northern, doing a great job.
Let's go down to the field to Aaron Summers.
The Riverside defense is going to be without starting linebacker Isaac Daffron for the remainder of the game. He is on the sideline with an ice pack on his right hand. He came out, his right hand was very swollen. The athletic trainers were having a hard time assessing what the problem might be because there was so much swelling. It took a little time, but they were able to convince him to sit out the remainder of the game until the swelling went down. They were actually able to assess it properly. They said they had to do a little bit of math with him because he wanted to go right back in the game and was telling them that he didn't feel anything at all. He felt fine, but they said if you go back in and you actually break it, then you're out the rest of the season versus possibly missing a few games with a fracture and a splint. Chris.
Thank you, Aaron. Here's Freeman on the handoff, breaking through a number of tackles until he meets Eric Windlass. As Windlass came into this matchup with 18 tackles, he was not going to let Freeman go.
And you can just see every carry that Freeman seems to be getting stronger throughout the game, Chris. He is coming in here. Again, Coach Hammett says that he does not like to play players both ways, but he said Freeman is such a strong runner. His dad, Anthony Freeman, played football under Coach Hammett at ECU when Hammett was an assistant coach at ECU in the early 90s. So, you know, the apple didn't fall far from the tree with this young athlete.
They called no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. There's feed to Freeman. Freeman trying to find his seam through. He gets just shy of the 40-yard line. Give him about 5 yards on the play, bringing up a 3rd down, and that's something that Northern has not done a great job tonight converting on.
Well, when you have guys like Brandon Smiley, who we see right here on the screen, clogging up that hole, again, the even front that Riverside has brought against them, and I know that may not make a lot of sense to some of the football fans, but basically think of it as a Bear defense or the old Chicago Bear 46 defense. It is hard for Northern to find running lanes.
So 3rd and 5, Barnhill in the gun. And a trap. Heads it to the outside. He'll be close to 1st down yardage.
I think he's got it,
He's
Chris.
just shy of the 45, and they will give him the Blue Cross and Blue Shield 1st down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless.
Coach Hammett's doing exactly what he needs to do right now. Grind the ball, move the chains, run the ball, keep the ball away from Sledge and company. There you see, we've been talking about him all night. Trey Freeman getting those hard yards, moving the chains for the Knights.
Freeman getting a well-deserved rest. Now Bryant Jones will check in at the running back position. At the spread wing T. They're still in motion, and drops the snap. Ball's on the turf. Riverside says they got it. There is a flag. It looks like Emerson Martin is the one who came away with the football. As Officials talk it over.
You see coaches on both sides pointing in opposite directions. Wait for the official word right here.
This is a very crucial play in this ball game.
Especially if you're a Northern fan. This could be the biggest play of the game. I don't think that Northern can afford to go down by 3 scores at this stage of the third quarter. And the officials, they realize it's a big play too. And credit to them for meeting at midfield, communicating with one another, and making sure that they get the right call.
At this time, we'd like to send a special thank you and shout out to one of our sponsors, Wooten and Booten, bankruptcy help for everyday people. Call for a free consultation in 919-794-8600. Thank you, Wooten and Booten.
Here we go.
For everyday people for your sponsorship for Riverside High School. The legal motion against Northern High School.
I'm not sure what that second penalty was. It looked like 2 penalties on the play, Chris, but it was not a very strong signal by the referee to really understand, and I think Coach Lee's got some questions as well.
In reading his lips, I don't want to assume, but it sounded like he said it was his fault.
His fault being the official.
Yeah, the official saying it was his fault. That there might have been an inadvertent whistle.
Well, either way, Northern's going to retain the ball.
And he just lose 5 yards. First and 15, hand off to Bryant Jones, and he is stopped. Torrey Floyd. Aaron talked about his move on defense, and he has been stellar all night long.
He absolutely has. And again, let's take a look at it right here. He's a senior, 220 pounds, and he is like a raging bull coming through there. That running back wasn't going anywhere. Bryant Jones is like, got nowhere to go, coach.
He will come out of the ball game as Trey Freeman will come back in after a short breather. Down to 2:30 here in the third quarter. The Pirates on top 20-7. It'll be second down and 17. Barnhill, deep throw. He's got a receiver if he can get it to him. And it was not close to Javion Hart, incomplete, third down and 17.
No, Barnhill just didn't have enough on that throw to get it there. The receiver did have the coverage beat, so I mean that was set up to be a big play by the Knights, but the quarterback just couldn't get it there.
I want to take a moment and thank Courtesy Towing of Apex and United Rentals for making our beautiful high end zone shots possible here in tonight's matchup. Again, thank you to Courtesy Towing and United Rentals. So third down and 17. He's going to hand it off to Freeman, and Freeman is bottled up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage all the way to the 35-yard line. And Northern Durham, after that one mistake, just simply could not get out of their own way. And so they will be forced to punt.
Chris, I think this defense and really overall this team of Riverside is making a statement right now. Tremendous football team. You know, they've got that one loss to Cardinal Gibbons, but we know Gibbons is really good. And Northern's really good. This is just a tremendous statement so far in this game. I know it ain't over.
They lost that game to Cardinal Gibbons 58-27 as that punt by Whitted will bounce and will stop about the 32-33-yard line. And it's time now for the Lane and Associates Smile Cam. We love to make you smile. There we go. There's some pretty faces.
Oh, yeah.
great crowd on hand here tonight. It's actually not raining.
Great weather.
Very lucky. It's been almost raining just about every week here in the early portion of the season.
You're right, though. Great crowd here tonight, Chris.
So here's Landon Sledge, who has piled up the numbers in this one. Sweep to McCaw. He'll cut it up. Again, that tough Northern Durham defense shutting down that option really quick. Cam Traylor, the 6'3 senior, Mike linebacker, in on the stop.
Great stop by this defense, and look at them. All of them are making their reads, following the ball. And we talked about the lateral quickness of the Riverside defense, which I think they're a little bit more strength predicated. But this defense right here, they fly to the ball really quickly.
They'll lose 2 yards, they being the Pirates. Sledge, snap throw, incomplete as it bounced to Troy Jones, 3rd down.
That pass was almost batted down at the line of scrimmage by the outside linebacker. That had been Elijah Whitted. A great play by him. If he could have gotten his hands on it, it would have been a pick, but that was a good heads-up play by the outside linebacker. Got to look at the quarterback again. We've talked so much about Landon Sledge tonight, the poise that he is showing. He is really growing up in front of our faces tonight. He is becoming one of the best quarterbacks in this region.
3rd and 12. Sledge, time to throw. Up the middle he goes. Jones into Northern Durham territory for a Blue Cross and Blue Shield 1st down, and Troy Jones has really had an impact here tonight. Again, another long catch for the 6'5 senior.
Big catch by Jones, and again, Sledge stepping up. Great pocket poise. Got to go back to what Coach Corey Lee told me, though. When he showed up from Southeast Raleigh, he was a young kid, undersized, not a good arm, wasn't strong. He forced himself to get better, first in the weight room, second kind of by the books, by reading coverages, learning from his coaches, and he went out and took it upon himself. Him and his parents, they went to 3 of the biggest camps you could go to as a quarterback. Alabama, Florida, and Florida State.
That will do it for the first 3 quarters of action here in Durham. 20-7, Riverside leads it. Friday Night Rivals.
Hi, I'm Meredith Vieira, and I'm here to tell you about my new game show. It's a really funny word game with lots of celebrities. What?
Sorry, Meredith. You have to do it in 25 words or less.
And the grand prize each day. Really? Are you kidding me?
Those are the rules.
This is ridiculous. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the fall.
25 words or less with your host, Meredith Vieira.
Premiering September 16th at 11 on MyRDC.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
No 2 people are built the same, so finding your ideal mattress can be hard. What's good for you may not be good for me. That's why you need choices, like the incredible selection of top brand mattresses at Rooms to Go. Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, and more. Try one, try them all. With our mattress professionals to guide you, finding your perfect mattress at a great low price is always easy. So check out Rooms to Go, the best place to go for your new mattress.
Your trees deserve A+ quality care 100% of the time. At A+ Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A+ has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplusTrees.com to get A+ results.
Final 12 minutes of the night here on Friday Night Rivals. Riverside and Northern Durham battling here in the Bull City. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, and Aaron Summers. First play, 1st and 10. Wide open receiver is Isaiah Jones inside the 40. He's still up. He gets inside the 25. They'll put him down to the 22-yard line. Great first play of the 4th quarter. Northern Durham thinks for a second he was down.
Well, when you're the defensive player, you've got to keep your head in the game and, just, I think he was down, but the referee was right there, had a little bit better view of it than we did.
So that's a NC oral surgery and orthodontics first down. Your smile is our passion. Absolute crushed by Justin Rhodes, that being Dante McCall. Lost about a half yard on the play.
Look at it flying through there. We've talked a lot about the skill players, quarterbacks, the running backs, and so on, but both of these defensive lines have really brung it tonight. Some great hard-hitting football.
Entering tonight's matchup, Justin Rhodes had 19 and a half tackles for loss. 13 sacks in his high school career. So 2nd and 11. Sledge on the far side, caught. Did he step in the end zone? He did. Devin Smith, there goes that man. That's a Lane and Associates Family Dentistry touchdown, and that's a big one for Riverside. Puts them up 27-6.
Man, when we talk about our catch of the game, we've got about 5 of them to choose from. Another one right there, throwing from the other hash across the field. Fans, you don't know how hard of a throw that is to throw that far across the field where only Devin Smith could catch it. That is great quarterbacking, great passing right there. That's a college throw, Chris.
It has been Devin Smith's world. We're just lucky to be a part of it here.
I think that's his 10th touchdown.
Caleb Bowers on to kick the extra point. He is 0 for 2 tonight. There's the snap, the kick. That one is through the uprights and good. That Lane and Associates Family Dentistry touchdown was for Devin Smith. He is having a heck of a ball game tonight for Riverside.
We now know why he was our key player, our star of the game. And he has just put an exclamation point with that catch right there. Incredible athlete, and he is quick, he's elusive, and he can catch the ball. I mean, there's no question his receiving skills. He is an unbelievable player and putting on a show here tonight for this great crowd, Lenny Wren Stadium.
So Northern backs even more against the wall. Got a lot of work to do.
Well, I know one thing, they're not going to lay down. They're going to keep playing hard. That is just the kind of football team they are, very blue collar, and you can just see those defensive linemen. They've not quit. They've played hard. It's just 2 players have really put on a show for Riverside.
So Spencer and Hart back to return the kick as Caleb Bowers squibbed the kick last time. For the Lane and Associates Family Dentistry kickoff, we love to make you smile. And Northern Durham battle back in this one. Can John Hammett's squad erase a 20-point deficit here in the final 10:45? And that is called by Justin Rhodes, far side. Rhodes down the sideline, carrying tacklers all the way to the 40-yard line, and that's where Northern Durham will start. As we take you through the Saltwater Seafood scoring drive for Riverside. 6 plays, 67 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. As Devin Smith gets yet another touchdown. Again, great play there, wherewithal by Isaiah Jones to stay up. And here's the touchdown pass. Makes it 27-7.
Got to go back to it. That's a hard throw, Chris. Very impressive.
Northern, lots of work to do, hard in motion. They're going to run a reverse. Caleb Steele He's going to throw it. He lets it rip. And it is incomplete, intended for Jalen Chestnut. He had some time, could not get it to him. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I do think, Chris, that play call by Coach John Hammett, that just kind of shows the back against the wall mentality that he must be feeling right now, that he's going into a bag of tricks right now to try to move the chains and make something happen. And that's a credit to just how good this Pirate defense is managed.
So 2nd down and 10. Tight formation here for Northern Durham. Kendrick Brown goes back in motion. He will retreat back to his place. There's the fake handoff, a misdirection as Hart gets the handoff going the opposite way, and he is stopped for a minimal gain there. So 3rd down and 10 for the Knights. It looked like a number of Pirates in on the play. Let's go down to the sidelines. Aaron Summers with a report.
When Northern head coach John Hammett took this job 3 years ago, he brought the saying all in with him. They use it across all of their social media, #ALLN. Hammett said it's been especially important this season on the offensive side of the ball. He said if one person doesn't do their job, it's led to a major breakdown, and those mistakes have kept the Knights offense from putting a lot of points on the board. Chris?
That 3rd down pass knocked down to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th down. This is pretty much, if Northern Durham has any hopes of coming back in this one, this is the play of the game.
I think you got to punt the ball, Chris. That's what I would do if I was in his shoes, and I think Coach Hammett has thought better of it because now comes the punt team. I know you're down by 20, and I know there's 9 minutes and 38 seconds to go, but if you don't convert this 4th and long and give Riverside a short field, then you're really opening up the doors for a potential blowout.
As Smith back to return this kick is Whitted, punting for Northern Durham. Flag is thrown, play halts.
I think I may have had a guy not set.
Play a game against Northern High School. 5-yard penalty. It'll bring up 4th and long for Northern High School.
Fourth and 15, they'll punt. Here's Whitted. And that's going to bounce. That takes a great bounce. Just shy of the 10-yard line. And we're down to the final 9:20 to go here in Durham. Riverside looking to end a 5-game losing streak to the Knights.
Hey, Ben, throwing away your smart devices?
Yeah, no matter how many of them I buy, they're always broken.
Sounds like dead zones. Like with your Wi-Fi. Devices are probably fine, they just can't connect to your internet.
Honey, Mike says it's the Wi-Fi. The smart fridge is fine.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, seamless wall-to-wall coverage and reduce dead zones with AT&T Internet with smart Wi-Fi technology for $40 a month. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
I'm Gene Riddle. At Riddle and Brantley, we've seen thousands of wrecks, but each one is different. These aren't cases to us. These are people's lives. We use our resources to secure the best experts to prove your case. That's on us. You pay no attorney fees unless we successfully resolve your case. Call us for a free consultation. Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
And remember, eat more chicken.
9:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. Riverside, 20-point advantage, just pinned deep by John Hammett's punt. A great punt by Elijah Whitted. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers down on the sidelines here tonight. Done a fantastic job. I want to thank all the crew here doing a fantastic job, as well as Riverside. If you're Coach Corey Lee right now, Chris, do you keep all gas all the time?
No, I try to run the clock. I run the ball.
That's what he does, and he fumbles the football. And it was a handoff to Quentin Freeman, and he mishandled that handoff and fumbled it as he was hit by Justin Rhodes. I think they are very fortunate to get that back.
Very fortunate. Look at it right there. Just a bad handoff, and it happens. But quarterback right there, Sledge, on the ground to make the recovery.
So a loss of 3 on the play. Let the clock run, and a handoff up the middle. Justin Rhodes stopping McCall as a host of Knights corner him and throw him back down, and it'll be 3rd down. He barely gets back, he being Dante McCall, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, you do need to try to move these chains, because if you don't convert and then you are forced to punt, it will give Northern a great field, but of course they earned it by flipping the field position with that earlier punt. That's why I'm a huge fan of the punt. I think it's the biggest play in the game of football altogether, but it's turned out to be a favorable so far for the Knights.
And Riverside trying to end a 5-game losing streak to the Knights. They're 2-8. Pirates are 2-8 in their last 10 against Northern Durham. Here's the keeper. Sledge is slung down by Jaden Taylor. He'll bring him down on the quarterback keeper, 4th and long, and the punting unit will come out for Riverside.
Chalk this one up as a win for the defense, and you know, another key to potentially get Northern back into this game. Back to what you just said, Riverside having a chance to break this 5-game winning streak by Northern. Dating back to this game last year, Riverside has won, they've gone 8-3 in that stretch since last year. So that just is another thing that goes to show you the levels in which Corey Lee has really transformed this program.
And one of their losses, again, we talked about earlier, 2 weeks ago against Cardinal Gibbons. Trying to get the punt off, almost blocked. As that will bounce. That'll end up just shy of the 47-yard line. I want to remind you that coming up in just a bit, we'll be selecting the Saltwater Seafood Catch of the Game. Saltwater Seafood Market and Fry Shack. Come see us and check out our catch of the day. Certainly a lot to pick from here in this one.
We know of 4 that you can pick from already. 4 really good ones.
Great field position for Northern. 6:46 to go. The clock not exactly their friends. They're going to need some big plays down the stretch. Handoff to Freeman. Freeman just absolutely swallowed up by that front line of Riverside. Brandon Smiley in on the stop to start it off.
Incredible defensive front by Riverside. And just look at them right now, firing off the ball. I mean, look at them just dominating the line of scrimmage right there. And kind of finishing it off. You see Smiley coming in.
Let's give some credit to Torrey Floyd. He was the one who was initially there on the stop. He got lost in the shuffle, but he was the Pirate that got in on the play. So no gain on the play. Here's Barnhill throwing, and still cannot hang on to it. 3rd down.
He almost hung on to it, but those linebackers were right there waiting on it, put on the hit to make sure that he didn't pull in the catch, setting up this 3rd down and really long. Of course, this time of the game now, you'll have to go for it. This is 2-down territory. Coach Hama has no option but to go for it. I think right here I'd look for some kind of a run to set it up to 4th and a little bit more manageable. Again, you see him right there, been coaching in this state for a long time. He's been in close ball games and he's come from behind before, but this is going to be a tough one.
3rd down and 10. Barnhill has time. Freeman's open. He'll be shy of the first down, but he'll make it 3rd down and manageable as he'll be stopped at the 40-yard line. Brandon Rigsby wrapped him up and held on. As Freeman, it's about 7 yards on the play.
Nothing at all wrong with that play call. Exactly what they needed to do, make it 4th and short. I would think that that Northern would hurry up their tempo a little bit, but they still seem to be going at a pretty conservative pace.
Trying to get Riverside to jump off. 4th and 3. They're down 20. Pirates and the Knights. Knights trying to get a first down. Dump it off to Freeman. Freeman carrying defenders, staying in bounds. Finally goes out at around the 15-yard line. That's a North Carolina Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Your smile, our passion.
And just look at that. Freeman doing what he's done all night. Physical running. Look at that. Lowering the shoulder. That looked like Earl Campbell right there, the way he lowered the shoulder. Good looking run.
Stepped out of bounds. Clock stopped with the first down as well. 5:04 to go. Freeman stepping beside Barnhill. Barnhill handing off to Freeman. Freeman bulling forward just shy of a 25. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the Bull City, and Freeman has been just about the only thing for Northern Durham that has been able to move the chains.
He's the high hand right there, and you can see that Barnhill went ahead and handed it off to him. That was an RPO. Barnhill could have kept it through it, but he's the high hand, and you've got to keep rolling with him. Just hope you don't get too tired right here.
2nd and 5. That's called by Chestnut. Chestnut gets inside the Wake 86 at green zone. And that's also another North Carolina Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Your smile, our passion.
And this play was opened up by the threat of Freeman up the middle. You've seen the linebackers from the defensive front have to honor him, which opened up the hole.
We're in the Wake 86 at green zone. Bryant Jones now in at the running back position. Barnhill cannot come up with it as he throws it to Caleb Steele on the pass on the far side. Steele trying to catch it at its highest point.
Well, Steele almost came up with the circus catch. There you see him right there. Had the one hand, tried to bring it back in. It was going to be a phenomenal catch, but just couldn't hold on to it coming down.
Clock stops with 4:08 to go. Barnhill across. Crowd here on their feet. Low snap. Barnhill throws for his life. Picked off. That is picked off. And who's the lucky man for Riverside? Eric Windlass gets the interception. And that should pretty much do it here as Riverside is 3:56 away from ending a 5-game losing streak to the Knights. We're coming down the backstretch in this one. No flag on the play. We'll take a timeout and finish this game up. Riverside on the way to the victory.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
Your trees deserve A-plus quality care 100% of the time. At A-plus Tree and Crane, we have built our reputation as the best and most affordable tree service in the Raleigh area since 1996. We are fully insured and employ certified arborists. Need help fast? A-plus has you covered with our emergency services. Get your free estimate today by calling 919-854-0020 and visit our website at aplustrees.com to get A-plus results.
Coming down the back stretch of Friday Night Rivals as Riverside 3 minutes and 56 seconds away from ending a 5-game skid to their down the street rivals, Northern Durham. Came into this one 4-11 in their last 15 ball games against Riverside. Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, Aaron Summers. The interception by Eric Winless pretty much seals the deal here for the Pirates. As the handoff to Dante McCall. McCall, it's about 8-9 yards on that play. Second down.
He's making that clock move. That's all that Coach Corey Lee wants to do at this point, is get out of here with a 20-point win. But you don't want to go too fast here and risk turning the ball over and giving Northern another opportunity.
They're going to let the clock wind as much as they can.
Receives the snap, quickly hands it off number 25, number 25.
Here's McCall.
He's
out of bounds. As words being exchanged, McCall goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And he gains a yard.
He will get a North Carolina Oral Surgery and Orthodontics first down. Their smile is our passion. There is a flag.
And there's a flag down on the field, and it's holding against Riverside High School.
So the hold will negate the first down.
We'll look at it right here, and hard to see the hold. But again, you go back to the fact that you could hold on any play.
I think they're going to call that hold on Charles Riles. Solomon Woods also on that side. I wasn't quite sure which one it was.
Those linemen fight all night to get on TV, but that's not the reason they want to be.
So they'll say it's 2nd and 10. Clock is running. We're under 3 minutes, 27-7 if you're just tuning in. Sledge taking his time. And off to McCall. McCall.
He breaks one tackle and he's finally brought down after gaining about 3 or 4 yards on that.
He'll be shy of the 25 as we're down to 2:30.
3rd and 6.
Again, it's been the running theme all night with McCall, getting those tough yards right up the middle, moving the chains, just keeping that defensive front of the Knights off balance.
Handoff made complete by none other than number 10 for Riverside High School, the quarterback himself, Mr. Landon Sledge. Landon Sledge now lines up in the back.
And 2:05 to go. Riverside, they'll battle Orange next week at home. There's the draw handoff on 3rd and 5. They'll be shy of the first down. As we're under 2 minutes, they're going to bring out the punting unit. Northern Durham will take on Hillside next week. So they get to battle over at County Stadium, Hillside, which will be a huge matchup for them to get back on track.
That's 2 tough games in back-to-back weeks for Coach Hammett and his Knights.
The kick is up.
Whitted gets the punt off. Hart waving it off as it bounced is back towards the midfield.
47-yard line.
And that's where the Northern Durham will take it. Let's take you through tonight's saltwater seafood catch of the game. And Chris, it's on the 2-point conversion.
Again, threading the needle. Devin Smith right there on the receiving end of this pass. And just what can you say? Landon Sledge has been on target. We had a lot of passes to choose from, but that one right there was a great catch.
And the Saltwater Seafood catch of the game, Saltwater Seafood Market and Fry Shack. Come see us and check out our catch of the day. Under a minute to go here. Northern Durham trying to get some kind of semblance of offense going. And there's a flag after the throw out of bounds by Kyle Barnhill. Looks like it's in the backfield.
I think it may be a late hit. Yep, that's what.
That'll be a roughing the passer call that will have another NC oral surgery and orthodontics first down.
Just take a look at it right there. The defender just keeps running through his tackle. Nothing wrong with it. It's a close call. I know at this point of the game, I think both coaches would like to just see the clock run.
And Northern Durham will drop to 2-1 on the year. Riverside will improve to 3-1 after losing in week 2 to Cardinal Gibbons. They'll make it 2 in a row, and they'll look to make it 3 in a row next week against the Panthers of Orange. Here's Barnhill throwing to the flats. That's incomplete. Out of the reach of Chestnut.
That's 2 weeks in a row they'll have to face the same offense. I know that Orange uses the same similar wing tee, a little bit of a spin look to it. Two teams, oh, there comes the bucket.
Celebrating what will be his first win against Northern Durham. So we're down to 45 seconds, 2nd and 10. Barnhill screen set up for Jones. Jones getting loose, he's at the 30. And he is tripped up at the 24-yard line, rather 26-yard line. That might be one of the longest plays of the night for Northern Durham.
And seeing that smile on Corey Lee's face and just seeing those players embrace him, throwing the bucket on him. He told me that most of the players on this team have been starters for 3 years, and they've really balled in, and this has got to be a proud moment for them.
That's another NC oral surgery and orthodontics first down. Your smile is our passion. Here's Barnhill rolling out against pressure. Barnhill cannot break a tackle. He is thrown down, flag down. It'll be a loss on the play. See what the flag is. This has been a flag-ridden game.
Sure has.
By my count, at least 15.
At least. That's a good arm by that official to throw the flag, though. It's going to be a face mask call against the defense. And there it is.
First and 10. Pass knocked down by Torrey Floyd. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 11 seconds left. That was another NC oral surgery and orthodontics first down.
And this defense for Riverside, despite the fact that there's only 11 seconds, they keep playing hard every play. That's just a sign of a very disciplined, well-coached team.
2nd down and 10. Barnhill. Brian Jones on the screen, goes nowhere, and that should be the final play of the night. So for the first time in 5 years, Riverside takes down the Knights. And they do it in convincing fashion by the final tally of 27-7, and deservedly so. They're celebrating down on the field, Chris.
Great game by Riverside. You know, we talked about the keys to the game of everything that had to happen, and Riverside, you know, they accomplished their keys. You know, they kept the offense off balance for Northern, and they really penetrated that defense and kept the Northern defense on the field all night. And I think that was key because it allowed our stars to get out there and really perform. We can't mention it enough. Landon Sledge and Devin Smith, the performance they had tonight.
You can see the handshakes for the rivals. Final score, Riverside wins it 27-7 against their crosstown rivals. We'll have more after this on Friday Night Rivals.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
No matter what size adventure you're into, the award-winning family of Hyundai SUVs has something that'll make everyone happy. We get it. That's a lot to drool over. Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like.
Now, buy a new Tucson or Santa Fe with 0% APR for 72 months or get up to $3,750 cash back. Hurry in today.
We develop quality citizens who keep our core, our country, and our communities side by side on the winning side. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Losing him is the hardest thing I've ever been through. But Stephen L. Lyons Funeral Home is doing so much for my family I can't begin to put it into words. And because we pre-planned with Steve last year, we ensured that all of his wishes are being met. I don't have to worry about anything. My family can relax at this difficult time and celebrate his life.
Won't you give us a call today? We would be honored to provide you the trust, service, and compassion you rightfully deserve in your time of need. That is our promise here at the Stephen L. Lyons Funeral Home.
You can see a victorious Riverside Pirate team right now celebrating on the field. And let's hear from the victorious head coach of the Pirates, Corey Lee. He's down beside our sideline reporter, Aaron Summers.
Coach, at the half, you told me this team is historically an offensive team. Not the case tonight, as every single score came through the air. Why was your pass game the move?
We just do what we do in practice. All our staff, all our kids, their buy-in from day one. We just keep grinding, keep playing. No matter some good happen, we keep playing. Some bad happen, we keep playing.
Speaking of some of those players that kept playing.
I'm sorry?
Speaking of some of those players that kept playing tonight, quarterback Landon Sledge and your receiver Devin Smith, how important is that duo to this team?
Well, it's only important than the pieces around them. Yeah, they're great players. They do great things. They make matchups hard for teams. But today, I'm honestly, this is a defensive day. This is a defensive day. It's our job to put up points, but when you can hold any offense to 7 points for an entire game, I got to give it to all my defense, my defensive staff, everybody. Hey, great job for my defense.
You said that you wanted to win Durham. This is the first step in doing that. You earned your Friday Night Rivals trophy. There you go, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Great job, Chris. All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful folks at Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, NC Assist Loan, and Riddle and Brantley, who make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank our other great supporters for their contributions to our Friday Night Rivals telecasts. Wake 86 it. Blue Cross Blue Shield, North Carolina, the United States Marines, North Carolina Oral Surgery and Orthodontics, Western Carolina University, A+ Tree and Crane, and Saltwater Seafood. And we'd especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their support, Northern High School and our host, Riverside High. Tune in next Friday when the Panther Creek Catamounts take on the Middle Creek Mustangs. Don't miss the Friday Night Rivals Report Friday mornings at 7:10 a.m. on Pulse FM. We'll highlight the week's matchup, key players, and everything you need to know. Friday morning, 7:10 on Pulse FM 96.9 and 102.5. Have a great weekend. So long, everybody.